Hey guys, Neomis here. Now for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the recent game, Burnley 0, Arsenal 0. Big talking points. I mean, how did we not score? I don't get it. Also, I'll be discussing why I think we didn't score in that game. Burnley was so close to actually getting a goal in this game. What is going on? I'm going to be talking about all of that, as well as what we could do in order to improve, because I think that is probably the key and critical part. So stay tuned to my thoughts and my views, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, which should be somewhere down below. Comment, like. Now let's get started. So it's taken me a bit of while to set things up here, and I wanted to have a real chance to think about the game. It's a game where, you know what, I gave my prediction on this. I thought it'd be 3-1 to Arsenal. And you know what, when you look at the amount of chances that Arsenal did have, we were probably on line to get a 3-1 result. When you think of the amount of chances that we had in the first half, we had Lacazette having a shot, header earlier on in the game through an Aubameyang cross who started out there on the left. Then later on you had a chance where Aubameyang tried to chip the goalkeeper, understandably. You know, it was a good attempt. Then Aubameyang had a chance either before or just after that, whereby he completely fluffed it, didn't even get the shot, managed to kick the shot properly. But it was one of those that in previous games, we all know Aubameyang would have just buried the chance. And I mean, that's just 3 goals just then and there. And I would say Arsenal's conversion rates in recent games, when it comes to creating chances and scoring goals, has been very, very good. So you could see if we're creating a lot of chances, Arsenal tend to put a lot of them away. Or at least when Arsenal create a limited amount of chances, they tend to put it away. But this wasn't one of these games. And I would say almost from 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in, things started to change where I thought, okay, you know what, like, we look pretty good, you know, we look like the attitude is there, but Burnley also looked like from minute 1, like they wanted it as well. And I knew from minute 1 it was going to be a tough game, like what I said in my prediction. But as the game went on, as we started to kind of go through the early chances that we were creating, 25-30 minutes in, then Burnley started look like they were taking over the game. And this did not really change for the most part. And I would honestly say for 50 minutes of the game, maybe 60 minutes of the game, Burnley were quite dominant in the way how they went about the game. And they were dominant in that they were constantly pressuring the Arsenal defence. They were constantly creating half chances and whipping the ball in from crosses and getting a lot of set pieces. And me watching the game, I'm thinking, oh my God, like, I think we're going to concede. Like, I mean, I knew we were going to concede. I predicted 3-1, but I really thought Burnley were going to get the win out of this game. I'm watching it 50, 60, 70 minutes out of the game. And you just start thinking, wow, like, what is going on? Burnley then have a chance in the second half where Jay Rodriguez, goal line technology, actually saved Arsenal in that one, where, you know, we're looking at the replays and he just gets it bang smack on the line, doesn't fully cross over, and Arsenal kind of saved their bacon in a bit. And even though Arsenal tried a few more times in the second half, I mean, the final ball was just not great, or, you know, we'd get the ball in their box and just nothing, no ruthlessness in finishing the chances that we were creating in this game. And I could honestly say that we have to do better. And I kept on thinking, what is it that Arsenal could do to make this better? And here's what it is. And it isn't something that we could do right now, because I truly don't believe we have the resources to do it. We have to fix the link between the midfield and the attack, and the midfield and the defence. I've said this time and time again. We are going to need a midfielder who has energy, strength, and the ability to tackle, to be able to link that midfield and the defence. Lucas Torreira kind of does it, and he's been doing a decent job at it. But I want somebody with more energy, somebody, a Lucas Torreira 2.0. That's what would take Arsenal to that another level. And in terms of solidifying the defence. Because in the first half, as the game went on, we needed Lucas Torreira to give us some last minute shots, some last minute kind of defensive tackles, because it just wasn't enough. Then in the final third, that number 10 role, that's got to be resolved. Mesut Ozil, for me, just was not cutting it. And I'm not surprised that he was substituted late on in the game. He had his chance, but no chances from him, no assists. And he played moderately well, but playing moderately well when you're Mesut Ozil and you're supposed to be the Arsenal talisman in terms of creating chances, just nothing. I like absolutely nothing. So later on, Willock comes onto the pitch, and Arteta sees him as more of a number 10, but he is very versatile in that he could play in various different positions in midfield, which I do see and do understand. It's just that he just isn't quite ready to play the number 10, at the very least at the level that we need him to play in that position. Willock is the future, but we do need somebody in right now. And yes, we will address a lot of those in the summer. But let's look at what we did right. Defensively, we were a rock. Absolute rock. David Luiz, well done. Solid defensively. Welcome back to the side. Performed so admirably. I love David Luiz in this game. Created chances for us, even though he's a defender sitting in that defence. He created a chance for Aubameyang when Aubameyang didn't quite get it. David Luiz was the one that from defence ran into midfield and was creating chances. Well done for David for that. Then Mustafi was playing at centre back. I thought he played very well as well, even though I have said it time and time again that I'm tired of backing Mustafi, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Mustafi solidly in defence. I thought him and Luiz today were brilliant. Did do some last minute tackles as well. No mistakes from him, and that's what we just, as fans, just want to see from Shkodran Mustafi. So he was good, solid today. At left back, we originally started off with Saka. He was taken off at half time. The only thing I could think of that was because he had an injury. There was a foul that he had earlier on in the first half that must have been plaguing him, and the reason why he was taken off. That later Granit Xhaka went to left back instead, who again, he was really good in this game and was one of Arsenal's best players and helping us to create chances as well. So well done to Granit. Don't think I could kind of give a rating on Saka though. Had some good opportunities to try to create, and the way how he whipped the ball in the first half was impeccable. Really, really good. It's just that the Burnley defenders always dealt with a lot of the chances that he was trying to create. At right back, we had Bellerin there at right back. He did a decent job. Had some chances in the second half, and overall played really well. No complaints there with me with Bellerin. In midfield, we had obviously Ozil and Guendouzi. And then later on, Torreira came in that midfield as well. But with Ozil in that midfield, we need legs. We need players that are going to run. And when you've got Ozil and Guendouzi in the side as well, and even though Guendouzi is the master of the dark arts, and he is very good at drawing a foul that he did a lot of times in this game, for me, in terms of creating chances, I wanted to see more. And again, I wanted to see more from Ozil, and there just wasn't enough legs. And the Burnley midfield controlled a lot of that midfield, and I would have thought that maybe Maitland-Niles would have been able to get in there, but unfortunately not, because I think that maybe that's a position that I see him providing some legs in that midfield to help people like us, or at least for now until we could sort ourselves out in the summer, or helping someone like a Guendouzi as well within that midfield. On the right, we had Martinelli was on the right, and Aubameyang was on the left with Lacazette up top. So in reverse, what I thought it was going to be, because I wanted Martinelli on the left with the Bukayo Saka sync, and then Aubameyang on the right because he's right-footed, and then I understood Lacazette starting as well. Substitutions, obviously, like I said, Lucas Torreira came on at half-time, and then Eddie Nketiah. But no real chance there for Eddie Nketiah to try to make a chance out of the game. But it was just one of these games where I just wondered, we just need more. There is absolutely nothing that we could have done. I mean, yes, we could have been more clinical, but this is a work in progress with Arsenal. I see the holes. I see a Burnley side that every player in their starting 11 fits their system, fits their strategy, and they just go on and execute it. And it's only because of the fact that it's Burnley why they probably didn't win this game. Whilst in Arsenal's position, there are holes, particularly for me in that midfield. The good part is that we've become very difficult to beat, which I like. I really do like that. We aren't losing games, but we need to start to turn those draws into wins. And that's what's let Arsenal down today. We've moved up in the table. We're now 10th. And it's exactly what I thought when I put out my video on January 1st on where I thought Arsenal would finish. And my prediction was anywhere between 9th and 12th. And it's looking that way. So unless we could pick up runs and wins, it's going to be more of the same people. And it's a bit disappointing. I do know, again, like I said before, it is a project. So Arsenal fans, stay in there, try to be positive. I do as well. But we just got to pray and hope that we could get some more wins in the Premier League. Or maybe we should be looking at the Cup for providing us some of additional excitement into the game. But guys, let me know your thoughts on the game. I'm very disappointed that we didn't put away more of our chances, and the fact that Burnley didn't score as well. All we needed was one chance to really go in, maybe two chances to go in to kind of solidify the game. But leave your comments below on your thoughts on the game. Please like, continue to subscribe, and I will see you all next time, which will be sometime in the middle of the week when I'll be keeping you guys posted on all things Arsenal. So I will see you all next time. Peace.